Look, let's get something straight right now. Winners? They're not some chosen few walking around with magic dust on their shoulders. They don't have superpowers. They weren't handed the blueprint. They weren't always confident. And they damn sure weren't always motivated. They're just people who made a decision. That's it. They looked at where they were, looked at where they wanted to go, and they said to themselves, I'm not staying here. And that decision, that quiet, serious, no one needs to clap for me decision, that's what separates winners. Winners aren't the loudest in the room. They don't need to post every workout, every hustle, every little step. They just do the work. They don't chase attention. They chase growth. You know what to separate them, though? How they think, how they move, how they show up, especially when no one's watching. While most people are waiting for the right time, the winner is already in motion. While others are focused on who's watching them, the winner is focused on what they're becoming. While most people give in how they feel, the winner gets up even when they're drained, even when it's cold, even when it sucks, because the goal is bigger than the excuse. You've got to understand this. Winners don't wait for permission. They don't wait for a sign. They become the sign. They create momentum by doing things no one wants to do, consistently, without applause, without guarantees. They plant seeds every day knowing the harvest might not show up for months or even years. But they do it anyway. Because winners aren't motivated by what they see in front of them. They're driven by the vision in their mind. They see the version of themselves they're chasing. The stronger, sharper, more disciplined version. The one who doesn't fold when life gets hard. The one who shows up at 5 a.m. The one who says no to distractions. The one who stands tall when it's heavy. And every little action they take, every time they say no to laziness, every time they show up tired, every time they keep going when they want to stop, that's another brick laid in becoming that person. That's the mentality. You don't just talk about it. You don't just write affirmations about it. You live it, because there will be days where no one claps. There will be weeks where it feels like nothing's working. There will be moments where quitting feels easier than continuing. But the winner? They push anyway. They rise anyway. They believe anyway. And the thing is, it's not about being perfect. It's not about winning every day. It's about refusing to stay down. It's about choosing to stand up and go again and again and again, even when you're tired, even when you're doubting yourself, even when the voices in your head are telling you it's pointless. Because deep down, winners know the truth. No one's coming to save them. No one's going to hand them the life they want. They've got to build it with their own hands. So they wake up and work. They show up and grind. And they hold themselves to a higher standard, not because someone's watching, but because they respect themselves enough to do the hard things. And that's what separates them. Not luck, not talent, mentality. It's in how they talk to themselves. It's in how they react when they lose. It's in how they stay hungry, even after a win. And here's the best part, this mentality, it's available to you right now. You don't have to wait. You don't need to be born with it. You decide. You decide to stop making excuses. You decide to show up. You decide to take that first step, even if your hands are shaking. You decide to become the type of person who keeps their word, who finishes what they start, who refuses to live on the sidelines of their own life, because you've got it in you. And if you've been waiting for a sign, if you've been stuck wondering when it's time to start chasing the life you actually want, this is it. This is the moment. This is where it shifts. This is where the winner wakes up. You want to know what really separates winners from everyone else? They don't run from pressure. They don't hide from it. They walk toward it, eyes open, fists clenched, heart pounding, and they say, let's go. Because winners, they choose pressure. They don't wait until things are easy. They don't beg for comfort. They understand that pressure is proof that you're growing, that something's happening, that you're not stuck. Let me tell you something real. Pressure isn't your enemy. Pressure is your spotlight. It shows you who you really are. It doesn't lie. It doesn't sugarcoat. It reveals everything. And a winner sees it as an opportunity, not a threat. While most people are looking for ways to stay comfortable, to take the easy road, to avoid anything that might stretch them, the winner is walking directly into the fire. They're saying, turn up the heat. Why? because they know you can't build a diamond in comfort. Diamonds get built under pressure. Champions get built under pressure. You get built under pressure. Pressure is where the work becomes real. It's when the camera is not rolling. It's when no one's clapping. It's when your legs are shaking, your brain is screaming to stop, and something deep inside you says, keep going. That's where the winners are made. Right there in the struggle. And you know what else? Pressure doesn't mean you're not ready. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're on the edge of something bigger, something better, something next level. You've got two choices when pressure hits: break or rise. And a winner? They rise, even when they're scared, even when they don't know the outcome, even when it hurts. Because winners know something most people forget. You grow through it, not around it. There is no growth without friction. There is no breakthrough without resistance. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Let me be real. Most people fold when life turns up the heat. They start strong. But the moment it gets uncomfortable, the moment it's not fun anymore, they're gone. But not you. You're not here to fold. You're here to fight. You're here to win. And that means choosing pressure again and again. You choose it when you wake up early even though your body says sleep. You choose it when you push through the workout, even though you're gassed out. You choose it when you open that laptop and chase your dream, even though you're full of doubt. Because every time you choose pressure, you get sharper, you get stronger, you get closer. Winners understand this one thing that most people will never get. Pressure is a gift. Pressure is what turns your potential into power. Pressure is what forces you to rise up. Pressure is what exposes your weaknesses and dares you to fix them. And yeah, it's hard. It's uncomfortable. It's not always fun. But that's where greatness lives, in the hard. That's where your confidence is built, in the uncomfortable. That's where the life you want begins, under pressure. So stop wishing it was easier. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop hoping life goes soft on you. You're built for more than comfort. You're built for the weight. You're built to handle the pressure and then walk out stronger than ever. So the next time pressure shows up, don't run, don't complain, don't back down. Smile, breathe, and remember, this is your training ground. This is where you separate yourself. Because pressure doesn't break you. It builds you. It refines you. It wakes up the part of you that forgot how powerful you are. So ask yourself right now, when life squeezes you, who are you becoming? Are you rising? Are you showing up anyway? Are you owning the moment, even when it's heavy? Because that's what winners do. They lean in, they stand tall, and they carry the pressure like a badge of honor. It's not about being fearless. It's about being bold even with the fear. It's about understanding that every ounce of pressure is shaping you for something bigger. So take it, carry it, and let it transform you. Because a winner doesn't avoid the weight. A winner chooses it. At the end of the day, there's only one person standing in your way. It's not your boss. It's not your family. It's not your past. It's not the algorithm or your situation or the people who don't believe in you. It's you. It's always been you. And when you finally understand that, like really get it deep in your bones, everything starts to change. Because now you're not fighting ghosts anymore. You're not blaming life, blaming timing, blaming circumstances. You're not pointing fingers. You're pointing the mirror at yourself, and you're owning it. It's you versus you. That version of you that makes excuses. That voice in your head that says, I'll do it tomorrow. That feeling that says, I'm not ready, I'm too tired, it's too late. Why even try? That version of you is the only real competition you've ever had. And here's the truth. The stronger version of you is already inside. The confident version. The disciplined version. The focused, hungry, unstoppable version. It's not a fantasy. It's not a dream. It's real. But that version, it's waiting for you to show up. To do the hard stuff. To stop settling. To stop sitting on potential. To stop giving up every time things get hard. Because the weaker version of you, the one who hits snooze, skips the workout, scrolls for hours, keeps putting life on hold. They've been winning for too long. And now, it's time for war. You versus you. And don't get it twisted. This isn't about being perfect. This isn't about being some superhuman machine. This is about progress. It's about decisions. It's about making choices that move you forward instead of holding you back. You don't need to conquer the world in one day. You just need to beat yesterday's version of you. If yesterday you stayed in bed, today you get up. If yesterday you hesitated, today you take the shot. If yesterday you felt fear, today you move through it anyway. Every small win matters. Every decision counts. Every moment is a battle. And you get to decide who shows up, the one who's scared or the one who's ready, the one who's stuck in excuses or the one who's building discipline. Look, you don't need anyone's permission to change your life. You just need your own commitment. Because here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to wake up for you, do the reps for you, chase your goals for you. It's on you. And that's not a bad thing. That's freedom. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not too late. You just haven't outworked your weaker self yet. But you can, and you will. You just got to want it more than you want comfort. You got to want growth more than you want approval. You got to want progress more than you want distractions. This is a grind. This is the battle. And it's a silent one. It happens in the dark, behind closed doors, when no one's watching. When it's just you and you. No crowd. No trophy. No claps. Just that inner fire, saying, we're not quitting today. Because every time you choose growth over comfort, you win. Every time you silence the excuses and take action, you win. Every time you fight back when your old habits show up, you win. And here's the best part. The more you win against your old self, the quieter that version becomes. It loses power. It starts to fade. And in its place, the real you starts to rise. The one who doesn't make excuses. The one who keeps promises to themselves. The one who builds momentum and doesn't let up. And that version of you, that's the one who wins. Every single time. So ask yourself, who's winning right now? Be honest. Are you showing up? Are you doing the work? Or are you letting the old version of you stay in control? It's okay if you've been losing that battle lately. What matters is what you do next. Because the next decision, that's the one that counts. It's not too late. It never is. You just have to decide that you're tired of your own BS. Tired of playing small. Tired of wasting time. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to stop fighting your potential. So today, make a move. Take the step. Build the habit. Face the mirror and say, I'm done losing to the weaker version of me. Because from now on, it's you versus you, and you're going to win. You made some progress? Good. Celebrate it. Be proud of it. But don't get comfortable. Don't fall into the trap that catches so many people. They get a few wins. They start to feel good, and then they relax. They take their foot off the gas. They start coasting. That fire, it starts to fade. And just like that, they plateau. Look, momentum is fragile. It's powerful, but it's fragile. And the second you start thinking you've made it, the second you start feeling like you don't need to push anymore, is the second you start losing ground. That's why the real winners, the people who truly change their lives, they stay hungry. Always. No matter how far they've come. They keep showing up with that same hunger they had on day one. That beginner fire. That I'm not there yet drive. And it's not because they're never satisfied. It's because they know that greatness isn't a destination. It's a decision you make every single day. It's a standard you live by. It's about always believing you've got more in the tank, no matter how far you come. But hunger alone isn't enough. You also got to stay humble. Because when you let your ego take the wheel, you stop learning. You stop listening. You stop growing. Ego says, I already know this. Hunger says, I've got more to learn. Ego says, I'm better than them. Hunger says, I can be better than yesterday. Ego says, I deserve this. Hunger says, I'm going to earn this again and again and again. You've got to be hungry enough to want it, but humble enough to know you're never done becoming. That's what separates people who win once from people who win for life. Let me tell you something. Life is a funny way of humbling you real quick. If you start walking around like you've got it all figured out, one setback, one failure, one moment where it doesn't go your way, and boom, you're on the ground. But if you're humble, if you stay grounded, you can take the hit and keep moving forward. Because you weren't building your confidence on your wins. You were building it on your work ethic. And that's the difference. Real confidence isn't loud. It's quiet. It shows up in your actions. It shows up in how you carry yourself when no one's watching. It shows up in how consistent you are, not how flashy you are. So stay hungry. Keep chasing something bigger. Not because you're empty, but because you know you were made for more. And stay humble. Don't let the compliments get to your head or the criticism get to your heart. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep showing up like you're still on day one, even if you're on day 1,000. Because when you stay hungry and humble at the same time, you become unstoppable. You keep evolving. You keep creating. You keep building. You stop comparing yourself to others and start competing with your past self. You stop needing to prove anything and start doing it because it's who you are now. This mindset, it protects you from ego, from burnout, from self-sabotage. It keeps your feet on the ground and your eyes on the next mountain. And yeah, people might not get it. They'll ask, why are you still pushing? Haven't you done enough? And you'll just smile because they don't know. They don't know what's inside you. They don't know the standard you've set for yourself. They don't know that this isn't about just reaching a goal. It's about becoming someone you're proud of every single day. So if you're in a season of growth right now, good. Feed it. Don't slow down. And if you're in a season where things are going well, amazing. Be grateful. But don't settle. Stay grounded. Stay hungry. Stay locked in. Because you're not finished. You're not even close. You're still writing the story. You're still laying the bricks. You're still becoming. And when you've got that mix, that fire in your belly and that calm in your soul, no one can touch you. Stay hungry. Stay humble. Stay dangerous. Because this version of you, this is only the beginning. Here's what I want you to remember. The winner mentality, it's not something you're born with. It's a decision you make every single day to get back up, to work harder, to stay locked in, to believe when it's hard, to keep showing up when it's not fun anymore. You've got what it takes. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're not too late. The difference between who you are now and who you want to be is what you're willing to do starting today. So start, build, fail forward, learn, adapt, and keep going. Because that winner, that strong, disciplined, unstoppable version of you, they're already in there. It's time to let them out.